Will Kayla Harrison have a successful UFC debut against former champion Holly Holm? See who fighters are picking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
You've seen Holly before. She's so good. She's so good at backing up, walking people into that left hand, walking people into that kick. I think it's going to be harder for Kayla Harrison to grab her than she thinks it's going to be. I think she's going to catch a kick or she's going to grab her and take her down easy. But you've seen Holly Holm, like what she did to Ronda, obviously. So I'd love to see Holly Holm get it done. But that Kayla Harrison, if she does grab a hold of her, she's an animal. But at 135, right? 135. Have we ever seen the Kayla Harrison at 135?
No, she fought one fight at 145 in Invicta, but that's it. And that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, so we'll see how she does on the weight cut. Some of those Olympic people, they cut weight so hard and just not smart. So we'll see if she hired a good nutritionist and see if she comes in there still in shape and healthy at that weight.
If she does make the weight, do you give her the edge or do you think Holly still has it with the experience?
I think Holly can beat her by decision.
So if Holly, it'll be an interesting fight because it's the same thing that I felt with Ronda, extremely talented. She's great at judo and stuff, and she was going out there. And the big thing with Ronda is she played a mental warfare. Like, she beat people before even going into the octagon, and people did not keep that distance. Finally when Holly, I always said, if somebody keeps the distance and lets their hands go, it'll break Ronda's game plan. And sure enough, that's what Holly did. I feel like, Kayla, she had that same experience when it came to Pacheco on PFL, and she had a bad night. If Holly comes out and she is the fighter that came into the UFC, she'll beat Kayla Harrison. But if she fights her the way that she's been fighting her last few fights, it's not going to be a good night for Holly Holm at all. It's up to Holly, really, if she wants to keep that distance and let her striking go. I think she can dominate, but if she lets Kayla fall into her game plan, Kayla's gonna win.
What do you think's more likely, though?
Just seeing the habits that Holly's had her last few fights, I think Kayla will probably win the fight.
I don't think she's gonna make weight. I'm being honest. Yeah. But if
she
it does
make
happen,
weight, though, who'd you favor?
Holly.
Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison for sure. I mean, how is she making 135? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Yeah. Apparently Dana said she's done test cuts and she's made it, so.
That's crazy. I thought she couldn't get below 45. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. But that's an absolute tank of a woman. Holly's striking is better. I guess you could say the same thing with Ronda. You know what I'm saying? You could always say if Ronda would have gotten a hold of Holly, she could have gotten it. But I think if Kayla gets her hands on Holly, I think it's going to be a long night.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to go with the vet, Holly Holm.
I hope that Holly Holm smashes her freaking face. I like something about Kayla just kind of like, just kind of annoying. But, I mean, I love Holly, so I'm a Holly fan all day. I pick Holly.
Kayla. She's gonna throw strikes to get in, clinch up, throw her, put her on the ground, and that's gonna be it.
I want Kayla Harrison to win, just so my good friend Amanda Nunes can come back and beat her up.
Okay, there we go. But you think she'll beat Holly?
Yeah, I think she'll beat Holly. I think just stylistically, it's like the heavy grappling, and Holly Holm's got really good grappling too. But I feel like Holly's a couple years removed from her prime.
Honestly, well, not just because of what Holly did to Ronda, but I think Holly Holm, because she's become accustomed to cutting the weight, and this is going to be the first time, unless I'm missing something.
No, you're right.
In MMA, that Kayla's dropping down that much, and unless even if she did some test cuts, it's just different. You know what I mean? And Kayla and Ronda aren't the same person, but they definitely have similar styles, and we saw when she couldn't get the immediate control and stuff like that against what was the lady's name in PFL, Pacheco, I think, something like that. That was trouble for her. And Holly Holm, I think, is a much better striker. So I'm going to take Holly in that one.
What's up?
I don't know much about Kayla Harrison. I just know she's a big girl and a big grappler. So I'm going to say Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, how old is Holly again?
Holly's like 41, I think, or 40.
Yeah, I got Kayla. I think Holly's a little past her prime. I think she's still fully capable. I just think, you know, as you get older, you're not able to push as far. You got to rely more on technique and finesse a little more. So, I mean, she might be able to pull out some vet tricks for sure, no doubt. But I think Kayla's a younger fighter, just more physically strong and, you know, more in her prime.
I want to say if Kayla doesn't kill herself to make the weight, I see her like winning, you know, just like forcing her, you know, just for the grappling strength that's different. But of course, Holly, you know, Holly Holmes, you cannot discredit her for her boxing, her kicks, and moving all the time, you know. Let's see how Kayla deals with that. I want to say Kayla.
Oh, Kayla.
Holly Holm, man. I don't like Kayla Harrison. I don't like her fighting style and her attitude.
Ooh, yeah, that one's one we've been talking about a lot. You know, if she can make weight, it's going to deprive her a lot, but I'm going to go with Harrison.
I really don't care, honestly.
I think Kayla's going to smash Holly Holm, yeah. Take her down, ground and pound.